I hope this is a tool that you as a business owner or freelancer can use to really get some peace of mind about your contracts with your customers. The whole goal of the fine print is to help you find weaknesses and loopholes that may be in your contracts that could cost you money or wasted time. So with no further ado, I'll go ahead and get into the demo. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag a contract. This is just a sample service contract that I found online. And I'll drag it over here. You can also click upload files to show your file system, whichever you prefer. This is not saved anywhere. When I say upload, it's just uploading it to the browser session here. It's not stored anywhere. We are not saving it remotely. But whenever you're ready, you can submit the contract. You can add additional files, supporting files, or you can add additional context in the text field here if you like. But whenever you're ready, we'll just hit send, and this is going to start the analysis process. All right, now that the analysis is complete, we'll see our analysis report and we'll run through it real quick. So at the top, the first thing you'll notice are a few buttons. You can download this entire report as a PDF if you want to save it externally or send it to anyone. You can save it. This actually saves it to your saved analysis that you can go back and look at anytime you want from any device anywhere. So we'll go ahead and save that and I'll show that to you later. And then we have this nitpick button, which currently is grayed out because it did not find any nitpicks. Nitpicks are just little things that aren't super significant, but they may be things that you do want to change if you want to. Then we'll go ahead and move down here to the meat of everything. So here's the scorecard. So we want to probably get as close to like the 40 to 45 range as possible. However, this is still what I would consider in the good range. Most likely, you're not going to encounter any major problems with this contract if you submitted it as is. But we do want to go down and see what we could potentially change. There's also a summary that gets added here. It also detects the type of contract that it is. And this is important because there are certain industries obviously where the what you say and what you have in your contract is important in some cases, but maybe not in other cases. So it'll just kind of summarize like what it thought of your contract and what needs to change and why. So we'll go down here. The first thing you'll see are critical issues. These are things that you should probably go ahead and change or update or remove whatever it suggests that you do. And then we have a section with warnings. These are things that are important, but not probably not critical to the success of the project. But they're things that could, impact things, slow things down, or cause a few problems here and there. And then we have language and clarity as well. So I mean, this could be anything like just grammar, spelling, really basic things like that. So those are good to pay attention to just from a professionalism standpoint. And then under that, we have suggested remediations. Now, these are the actual suggested changes that it came back with. So it typically will take some of the more important things from the warning section and all of the critical items, and will suggest that you make changes. And what I like about this is that we have example scenarios of how this could actually play out as a problem. So it'll actually give you a situation where we you could end up having a problem that cost you money or cost you time or just cost you headache, and it'll kind of show you a scenario where that could happen. And then at the very bottom, we have strategic questions. So these are things where it's like, okay, it may be good to go back to the client and you guys discuss these questions here to maybe add some additional clarification to your contract, or so that you're better on the same page with certain things. So it just gives you a few questions down here that can just help give you even more confidence. So yeah, so that's the analysis report. I'll close out of here. We can actually go to our analysis, and you can see these are all the ones that you've saved. I had another one. I ran the same analysis a little bit ago, or the other day. And so here's the one we just saved, though. We can actually open it up and we can also rename it. So this can be, contract two, and we can give it a unique name, and then you can see that it updates there as well. We can download these reports that have been saved. We can view them. We can delete them. Just your basic operations. But yeah, so that's the fine print. That's how that works, that's how the software works. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me. Super excited to launch this to you, and I really hope you can find value in it. Thanks.